Alright guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can Uber girls to your place from Tinder pretty fast. So if you want to have sex pretty quickly with girls, just no date, no messing around, I'm going to explain to you how you can do that in this video. So I refresh this page just to show you how I scale Tinder accounts to hundreds of thousands of likes. This is what I do and this is what I'm the best in the world at. So just a little bit of context on who I am, and I will be showing you exactly how I help people get results, and I'll be showing you how you can get these results to yourself. So if you want to get girls to your place pretty quickly, no messing about, no dating shit, none of that crap. You just want to have sex, then I'll show you how you get that, okay? So here's some of the guys that have used this strategy. So this guy got into a threesome using this strategy. We obviously did a few extra strategies to get him in that position. And then on the left, that's another situation where he slept with another guy's girlfriend. There is no real morals, I know this and that, but the guy wanted to do it and I was going to deliver on it. So it's that simple. I deliver. It's that simple. So yeah, I promise you, these are the expected results from this video. So if you're watching this video, you probably want pretty good results, and I'm not here to give you pretty good results. I'm here to give you what I promise, and that is getting you sex as fast as possible, no wasting time, get girls to your place. Now, if that's pretty good to you, then so be it. I want to get you the best results in the world. I don't want to mess around with that stuff, and I want to get you to a position where you're seeing girls on a consistent basis. That's why I work so hard and diligently as much as I can. That's why I have a website, an official page where I release all the strategies, all of the stuff for free, so you guys can learn from what I've done with the guys that I do work with. So if you're interested in checking out our research and data, that's all down below for free. No cost at all. We have our website finally up. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for it. Anyways, let's get started into this video. So as you can see, here's some more results of, girls coming over from the Uber strategy and having sex with the guys pretty fast. So yeah, let's get straight into this video. Stage one, how we message girls on Tinder for the strategy. So this one's pretty simple and pretty basic. I'll be just running you through our texting strategies and the frameworks that we use. And then stage two, how to actually text on WhatsApp. Now this is the cool stage and this is the hard stage that most people make mistakes on. Most people, when it comes to the WhatsApp game, they struggle a lot. And this is because Tinder's pretty simple, straightforward pattern texting. So basically you just follow a pattern of string of texts and strategies and that's it. While WhatsApp, it requires a little bit more thinking and, a little bit more customizing strategies. Then we have how to handle yourself on the date. So if you don't know what to do on a date, or you don't know what to do when it goes to your place from the Uber horse strategy, that I like to call it, then I'll show you how you can handle yourself in that situation as well. So I've pretty much broken everything down in this video for you to make it as easy and simple as possible to get this done right. Then stage four, how to see her again and Uber her for more sex. So if you're looking to, see her again, potentially get into a threesome like the first guy that I showed you, then I'll be showing you how you can pull that off. So yeah. Stage one, the Tinder texting stage for Uber Whore. So if you're probably still watching at this point and you haven't clicked off, let's get straight into this video. So yeah, I hope I kept your retention as much as possible. I do apologize. Google Slides are, not the best, but at the end of the day, I'm not here to keep your attention. I'm just here to serve you what I've learned and the results that I've gotten so you can get them as well. If you're looking for a dopamine-based video, maybe in future when, the channel is a little bit bigger, but for now, this is where we are at. Okay, so yeah. So the first thing that matters is converting all girls must be done on WhatsApp. Now I'll explain to you why. The first thing, as I mentioned, is WhatsApp. Now, why does this matter so fucking much? The reason it matters is because WhatsApp gives you less reasons to be disqualified. Now, if you use any other apps, you're just gonna get a girl to disqualify you. And you can't be using fucking Facebook, Instagram, MSN, all of this garbage, okay? You heard that fucking right, okay? You can't use this garbage. If you use Instagram, Facebook, or MSN, all this shit, you're not going to get a message back from this girl. You're just not. That's the truth. And the problem is, when you have Facebook and these Instagram or whatever, or some shit, your profile is not high status. It's not set up in a way that is attractive to girls. Now, I'm thinking of making a video on Instagram dating, but I need to gather some more data before I make a big 1 hour documentary on that, because I want to make that a long one, because I've never done a video on Instagram. Now, I've posted some data from Instagram on the page down below my blog if you're interested, but it's very minimal. So yeah, most guys on the Instagram have terrible pictures. Like, they have cringy childhood pictures. I remember when I was in my younger years, when I was like 18, 17, I had pictures of me from secondary school when I had left year 11 or whatever, because in the UK that's when you're 16 and you leave, like, secondary school. And I remember that there was a story of me and a girl splitting apart because of that. I won't get too much into it, but the point is, a lot of guys have childhood cringy pictures, and if you can relate to that, I suggest you take those pictures down and you try and remodel your Instagram to be high status. So yeah, always convert on WhatsApp because this leads to the greatest success. Now, why WhatsApp over iMessage? I'll break it down for you. Because you can easily have an attractive profile on WhatsApp. All you have is the profile picture to disqualify you. Now, as long as you don't have a cringy bio on your WhatsApp, you're golden. And please don't have a business account on WhatsApp unless you're actually, a business owner. I've actually had some guys have business WhatsApp accounts, and girls have, questioned their legitimacy of being a business owner, and then the girls realize they're broke. Don't make your account a business account on WhatsApp, and don't have a cringy bio with CEO or something. I'm an actual CEO. I actually have a company to run, and I don't put CEO because it's just cringy and girls can smell the bullshit. Don't do it. Anyway, another cool benefit of WhatsApp is you can turn off read recipient. You can mark it as unread. You can see when the girl's last online. And I know you can do some of these on iMessage, but it's just not the same. WhatsApp is way better, and you can basically see whether the girl's read your message. If she turns that off, she's turned it off for everybody. While with a iMessage, you can turn off for each individual specific user. There's just too many problems with iMessage. I just don't really like it. And another reason I prefer WhatsApp is when I do text for my guys on their behalf, I can take control of their WhatsApp and log in as a companion device. I can't really do that with iMessage. That is not ideal. So yeah. Now iMessage also, the other problem is it's just got less leverage. So yeah, if you do prefer iMessage, feel free. I'm not going to bash on you for using iMessage. Some of you might use iMessage. I know the Americans do prefer their iMessage over WhatsApp. But when it comes to Instagram, Facebook, and MSN, unbelievably, believe it or not, some of my older guys have used MSN probably. Yeah, some horror stories, but yeah. Now, all of this shit, these other social medias that I brought up, don't use them. You're just going to disqualify yourself. Unless you have a high status Instagram, like a really nice one. Like I've had some guys that have helped build a high status profile on Instagram. I do Instagram outsourcing as well. That's fine. You can use your Instagram. If anything, it gives you an advantage because girls are going to see that you're this high status figure and they're going to worship you and they're going to be all over you. Now, if you're not that guy, don't bother. You just, if your girl's begging for your Instagram, ignore them. Like, just heart their reply. They'll come back with a number always. Anyway, the texting. So let's get into some of the fun stuff. This is the juicy part. So this is how you actually text girls on WhatsApp. So this is something that I'm really, really good at, and this is what I'm the best in the world at. So yeah, we kick things off with the classical name opener. This intrigues mystery and it gets a reply back always. And the whole point of this is basically it acts as if the girl's messaged you first. Now, no, she did not message you first in a literal sense, but the fact she replied back with your name is basically her messaging you first. Because girls realistically do not message you first. You will get a few girls that message you first, right? Some people can say, oh, if you're a 10 out of 10, this and that. I want you to know even a 10 out of 10 will not get messages first. And I can tell you that because I've worked with some models, no kidding. So the reason why they will never message you first is a girl has thousands of matches. And even my guys that are super attractive and, they're not, the best looking. I've worked with a wide variety of people. I worked with people who are attractive and people who are not attractive. I worked with a mix. But the main thing with the group of attractive guys is they come to me for help with their messages because I do messaging outsourcing. I text on their behalf. I text for them. So what I do is I text them because they're too lazy to do it. Now, girls, on the other hand, they have the same problem. They have hundreds of thousands of matches to shift and sort through. And because of that, they're probably not going to message you first. That's the truth. They're just not going to message you first. And they don't have a guy sat on their computer/phone messaging for them as well. Now, these guys that are attractive and do have the matches with girls, they typically go to guys like me who can message on their behalf. So that's that side of the ladder, like the ladder. The other side is, the guys that are not as attractive and they need help with the profile setup and the texting. So there's two groups. Either you have likes or you don't have likes. Now, if you don't have likes, you have two things you need to fix. Your profile and your messages. Now, if you do have likes, you need to fix your messages. Because majority of people don't know how to message. They message girls something like, hey, trouble, this and that. And I'll be showing you what to say instead. So just keep watching. So as you can see here, we use our classic pickup line I've used for many years, and it is, you know what you're missing in your pictures. Now, a lot of you guys are probably getting sick and tired of hearing that, but this is the line that I've wanted to show you guys because it works so well. I've tested it. I've literally got data charts on my website about science, about how well it works. I've done the science of this shit. Like, when all of you nerds are studying university in your degrees, this is what I was studying. Like, this is me. This is what I studied. I studied the success rate of openers. This is what I do. Anyway, closing this pickup line is super duper easy, okay? And it works like a pretty good fucking charm. All you're doing is putting a visual image in her head of what she desires of you with her, and then you're going to basically say arms around her. Now, in this case, this girl did put an objection, and this is why I use this example, because it's fucking great. Now, I'm going to show you how you can counter it, because you will get objections. Girls will object to you. It's a shit test, and this is how you handle it. So you counter it by putting an objective image in her head once again, and you present a dream situation to make her fall in love with you. So what this basically means is this. You went for a hard close situation. You said me with my arms around you, and then she went, I wouldn't be on this app if I had those pictures up. Now, this is a soft rejection. This is a soft objection. This is basically where a girl isn't saying fuck off no, but she's shit testing you to see if you're an insecure person. Now, we flip that and play a charismatic position framing, and we say, need to advertise that you have found your future husband. Now, if that doesn't make sense, basically the girl is saying no, but she doesn't actually mean no, she's just testing you. And what you're doing is you're passing the test by showing that you're confident and that you're not worried about her basically half rejecting you. It's a bit complicated. I know girls are complex creatures. That's why I've had some of the smartest men in the planet like just ask me for advice. I'm not even kidding. Like, I've worked with some pretty smart dudes, and the problem is that most guys are logical. Like, they're just too logical, and girls are very emotional, so you got to learn that stuff. But yeah. Now, after this image, we move on to disqualifying her, so she has to prove herself to us. We do this by questioning her ability to be wife material. So by doing this, she's going to try and prove herself. Now, as all girls do, they seek a man's approval. They crave for it. A girl's purpose is to get every man's validation on the planet. After a girl has every man's validation on the planet, then they will be satisfied. Now, some of you may think that's sexist, some of you may not. At the end of the day, my job is to do the best I can with, girls. I don't really care, like, about this stuff. Like, if a girl wants to seek every man's validation, be my guest. Good for you. So yeah, as you can see here, she takes the bait. So this is where we play into this, and we make it seem like as if she wants our guy. So she does this now, basically, because with the frameworks in place, it's made everything leveraged for our favor. So we play it into our next part of the pickup line here and make it as simple as possible. We say arms around your waist or neck, and then we close it with, I was thinking arms around your waist in public and neck in private. So the reason why we did this is because most girls can't think for themselves, right? They can't think for themselves. They don't know what they're doing, and they can't make decisions. If you've ever been on a date with a girl and you ask her where she wants to eat, and God forbid she's going to start listing maybe this one, oh, I don't know, God forbid. I hate going on dates with girls like that, but that's what 99% of girls are like. They don't know what to eat, and they forget to eat, and this and that. And that's because they can't think for themselves. And this is just their feminine nature. It's just how they are. So what you need to do is make the decision for them, and you make the best decision for them that gets the best of both worlds, even if you can't pull that off. But in this situation, we can. So what we say is the neck in the bedroom and waist in public. That's it. I was about to say it the other way around. But yeah, as you can see, she agrees to that plan right here. So that works pretty fucking well. And in the next slide, I'll be showing you the results. So this is the actual results. This is obviously the guy meeting the girl, the one that we helped. The picture on the right, I believe, is safe for me to share on YouTube. It is. Yeah, okay, YouTube won't do shit. And I've covered a phone number. Yeah, everything's golden. So yeah, as you can see here, everything's golden. And the results came through. It's just what we do best. We just get pretty fucking good results. Now, if you want to see some of our craziest results, like literal pornography videos, like, we've got a folder of that sort of stuff, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to link that on YouTube, so I'll probably put that on our website, like, contact page or some shit. I don't know. But the point is, I can't put that on YouTube just because of YouTube being very, say, family friendly. So yeah, moving forward. WhatsApp texting. What to do with her number after you get her off of Tinder. So a lot of guys struggle with the WhatsApp texting stage, as I mentioned, and I'm showing you how you can deal with that. So this is actually a different texting example. So the reason I showed you the results for this girl is because basically This girl right here, the WhatsApp texting stage was really smooth and easy. And I want to show you the results just to prove that the guy met the girl. Now this one, this was a little bit of a harder conversation. And I thought it would be more entertaining to put on YouTube. Because if I showed the other one, it would be too easy. Like this guy literally just had a few text messages with this chick and boom, she was at her place, Uber, sex. That's it. There was no objections, no resistance. It's too easy. And that's unrealistic. There will always be some form of resistance, at least 30%. This guy had barely any resistance, but that's just because we played our cards so fucking well, as you can see from the Tinder text messages. So yeah, we open this one by saying we open with the what am I saying my wifey as here, and then basically what this does is it puts you in the position of framing her as wifey, which she has to live up to now. So there you go. Now, as you can see, this forces also the girl to save you in her phone, and they actually do end up saving you in their phone because by reminding them that you're this person that needs to be saved in the phone, it's gonna get you in her context. Now, most girls don't even save guys' numbers, and what I mean by this is when you do get a girl's phone number and you don't use this tactic, the girl will not save you as a name even. And I know this is true because some of the guys I work with don't even save the girls' numbers. So why the fuck would the girls, right? And I've dated some girls where they literally just have numbers and numbers and numbers of guys they're texting and they didn't even save them. They didn't even save their contacts. And some girls will go as far as rating the guys based off of their looks. Like I was once dating this girl back in my younger years where I was literally having sex with her, and then when we had aftercare and this and that, she was on her phone. And I just saw a bunch of contacts on her phone, and they were just rated 1 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 7 out of 10. And I was just like, what the fuck is that? And she was just like, oh, this is just the rating I gave guys. I was rating based off of what? Rating based off of what? Because I was curious. I was like, what the fuck? And she was like, oh, this is a rating based off of their sex and how well they did in the bedroom, a rating based off of their looks, a rating how they treat me on the date. And that's when my mind was just blown. I was just like, holy shit, that's crazy. Like, girls actually really are brutal and ruthless. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys what she put for my rating because you're going to shit on me, but I was fucking 16, okay? Like, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't that good at sex when I was 16. I was pretty shitty. But let's just say I was pretty low on the list. But she didn't tell that to me. I actually assumed that I was bad because at 16 I was shitty at sex. Like you're going to be shit at sex when you're young and you've barely got experience. Now, as being as old as I am, and the amount of girls I've been with, I would say I'm pretty good at sex. I mean, if I lived in an apartment, I think most of my neighbours would complain because of how loud girls moan. But besides from that point, moving forward. So that was a fun little story for you. Now the fun part comes of disqualifying her to build up a connection. As I explained, girls cherish validation. They really do cherish validation. You've seen example, time and time again. So she's saying sorry guys, it's 11 p.m. here. Jesus Christ. Anyway, what am I saving you as in here? Now she said you can save me as Shuku, and then over here she went, do I save you as Chrissy? So as you can see, the strategy's working. She's going to save our guy in her contacts. It's pretty well. Now Chrissy is a little bit of a strange name, but it's an alias because this guy's fucking so many girls that he had to use an alias using our strategies. Now the girl Shuku, that's also a really strange name, but again, I'm not one to shit on someone. My name is literally Deni, so I don't know how I feel about that, but there you go. So as you can see here, we disqualify her by saying, I was thinking wifey, but if you're not wifey, that's alright. So yeah. Now she went, you can say me as whatever you want, and this does go off script, but this goes to show sometimes you need a plan B, which we initiated here. So as I was saying, earlier in the video, basically, this example has more resistance. The other examples don't have as many resistances because our shit works so well. This is probably one of the ones that had the most resistance. So yeah. This next message she sends is really good, and it's basically her opening up her schedule. So we asked her, we can make cocktails together and then sort pictures out what's your schedule looking like. So the pictures references to the pickup line, and then we ask her about her schedule. Now, by asking about her schedule, we're framing ourselves as high status, and this is going to set our prerequisites up, and this is our frames working. Now we begin the infamous Uber horse strategy here, and then we basically bring her down to ours for quick and easy sex. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward stuff. Then this is where shit goes wrong. Okay, I'll be transparent with you motherfuckers. Okay, you guys are my family. Like, I love you guys. My audience. Like, you're all G's. Like, you're all in it for the long run. You're supporting the channel. Like, let's get this shit right on. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'll be honest with you always. So, as you can see here, When a girl opens up her schedule entirely, it can sometimes lead to her backing out. People do this when they're unsure of a decision. You know when someone gives you the option of meeting them for a dinner like a friend and you're like, oh, I can do whenever. You don't fucking mean whatever. What you mean is please leave me the fuck alone and don't give me a set day to box me in. Because by giving someone a set day, you've boxed yourself in. Therefore, you have to commit. And a girl says, if I can do whatever and make time for you, what it really means is please leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to open my schedule up to you and I'm just not, gonna give you the time of day to think about it. So that, as I said, guys, I'm not pussy. I'm comfortable enough with sharing my losses. But as you can see here, we recover and counter this by reaffirming her decision with a positive incentive and make the decision for them. So we did actually bag this girl, but we did make some mistakes. And that's what I said makes this texting scenario / story fun. There's bits of resistance. There's bits of things that go wrong. And of course, this is where we put the data on the website and share the findings with you for free. So as you can see here, this makes the process easier for them to accept. And then as you can see, we work our way up. Now, because she doubted our move, this has set some walls up, and we deal with this by making it look like she missed an opportunity with a thumbs up. So we reacted to a rejection with a little bit of thumbs up. So if you're following with the red box on screen, you'll get what I'm talking about. Now we invite her again, but the chance of rejection was pretty fucking high here. We knew it was coming. And with this option, all we have to do is just ignore her. So we actually did get something out of this, and basically we got a fallback plan. Wow, I can't speak. It's the 11 p.m. hour. Anyway, so girls use this after feeling a sense of missing an opportunity. They have a fallback plan. They're like, I really wish I could. How about tomorrow? So now she's boxed herself in tomorrow, which is great. You want a girl to box themselves in because that's commitment. And she has a fallback plan. She's suggested it herself because she feels guilty about missing out. She has FOMO. We created fear of missing out. And we did that by ignoring her. And as you can see, we solidify this FOMO by ignoring her because it gives us more power, if that makes sense. Basically, we've increased the sense of missing out as much as possible by replying to her the next day. As you can see here, the replies that the girl sent were the day before. Now, the replies after, they came from the girl, from us the day after. So that's just a timing thing. So that's how that works. Now, she confirms and sets the Uber Horse strategy up, and now our frameworks are pretty much laid out pretty well. And you'll see how this works. So now we check in on her to make sure she's actually getting ready and the date is going ahead. So there's going to be 0 flakes at this point, and it's pretty masculine. Now, asking if she is getting ready is the next step in the process. Now, she confirms the date and it's all set up in place, and this is the middle stage of Uber Whore tactics. So we're getting into the middle stages, and this is where things pick up. Now, we ask what is she going to wear, because it makes her nervous, and girls will sometimes even send a fit check. This is a great way of seeing her. A great way of seeing her interest. So yeah, now she sends a sarcastic message, which is fine since it's her vibe, and she may have assumed he wants our guy to get her to wear a lingerie, but figures it out. Now we of course thumbs it up because there's nothing to say to that. I mean, I leave girls on read because I truly just sometimes look at the message and I'm like, I'll reply to this later, or I just don't know what to say. So yeah. Now, this is where the Uber Horse strategy is coming to the end stages. We ask for the address, and like a gentleman, we offer her the Uber. We change the conversation. So now she throws a curveball, but this is fine since we counter it with our potent tactics. We go for a closer here and confirm her location and prepare to send the Uber. So I blurred the guy's location, the girl's location for obvious reasons. And as you can see, the date is confirmed, and everything from here is just preparing for the date. Now, she confirms she is ready, and we text her in masculine fashion to keep the decks, to keep the attraction of her text maintained. Because a lot of guys text, are we still on for tonight? Are you going to flake? Some stuff that you shouldn't say to a girl. It's just not the right stuff. Don't say that to a girl, okay? If you say that to a girl, unfortunately, they do lose attraction. So instead, what you want to say is, tell me when you're ready, or something like that. Or, what are you wearing tonight? Those work really well. I was just thinking off the top of my head. So yeah, she sends her address and we provide the Uber to her, and now it is on its way to pick her up. That's it. It's that simple. As you can see, the Uber link has been sent, and it's pretty fucking easy. I was telling you guys, the Uber Horse strategy is too fucking good. It's so simple. Like I marvel at the geniusness I created. I created an evil strategy. Anyway, enough of tooting my own horn. Essentially, the essence of the Uber Horse strategy was created to make it as simple as possible. Most guys don't want to go on dates because either they feel daunting, they don't have time, or they just don't want to deal with that shit. I, for one, don't really mind dates. I do enjoy them from time to time. But sometimes I'd rather just have a girl come over and then I just fuck the shit out of her and then I just send her home or I let her stick around for the night. I enjoy that sometimes, and sometimes I enjoy dates. Now, for someone that's really, 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 really busy, like I've worked with some really busy CEOs, they just want girls straight to their place, smash, that's it. Boom, that's it, literally. There's a little bit of expression there. But yeah, this is the whole point of the strategy. It's just to make it as easy as possible. And also, having sex with a girl straight up is way easier than, going through the hassle of the date, then the sex, and then this, and the dinner, and that. There's just too many steps. So yeah, I'll show you some results from this just to show you the potency of what we do. So this is the girl. She ended up meeting her, and I just at home recovering from last night. Some stuff like that. If you want to look at the video and close up the results, the porno and this and that, it should be all up on the website. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to put it on a website. No, actually, I'm on a website. So okay, I was about to say, I thought there's restrictions in place, but there is indeed no restrictions. So it's all good and golden. So yeah, if you want to look at that, feel free. Anyway, how to handle yourself on a date. So the picture on the left is a threesome picture you saw at the start, and the picture on the right is just text conversation with a girl, just referencing, just to give some context. These pictures do belong to me in this video. In this video, all of the pictures I've used are from my videos, like, my results. I know that some of the pictures I've used in the past were just randoms off the internet, but these pictures do belong to me, just to let you know. So yeah. Now, a great date should include two key elements. Now, the first key element is escalation. You should be able to make physical advances. Okay? The first element is making physical advances. A girl is on the date to have physical touch with you. If you're not having physical touch, as you can see here on the picture on the right, there is no point in the date in the first place. Because the only person that doesn't make a physical touch / advance is a friend. And if you want to break past the friend barrier, you have to break touch. Now, the second element is stacking. You need to be able to build a date with additional activities that ultimately lead to your place or hers. Now, if you are in the Uber horse strategy, for example, you don't really need to stack. All you need to do is just have some fun little mini games that you can play, like on the Wii or a console, Xbox 360 or Xbox 360. I'm fucking old. What am I saying? I don't know what the modern day Xbox is, but I know that there's a PS6 or something, PS5 now. So I'll just say that. Fucking Xbox 360. That takes me back. But yeah, I used to play like on the Xbox 360 with girls when I was younger, and that's what I would use to, bond with them. And now for you guys, it'll be whatever modern console you have. And you would watch Netflix, have a little bit of, wine, alcohol, some shit like that, maybe a Jack Daniels, I don't know, pop some bottles, Macallan 1836, you get the point. And you just do that, and then it builds up the vibes of the date, and then you end up having sex. Now, on an actual date, you need to essentially lead her back to your place and give her that youthful energy and leave her feeling amazed. It's a little bit harder on an actual date because you have to work harder. That's why I created the Uber horse strategy, to make it as simple as possible. Now, here's something you should avoid. So one of my friends took a girl to his boxing session for their first date, and it was a huge mistake. The problem with this is, because it's really boring, the girl didn't find it attractive. You need to make the date as exciting as possible. Now, if you Uber a girl, obviously the rule of this does sort of go out the window, but you still got to make it exciting when she comes to your place. For example, if you bring her to your place and you're just like, yeah, this is my place, what do you want to fucking do? She's probably going to not have sex with you. She's probably going to go home within 30 minutes or something and come up with a bullshit excuse like, yeah, I really need my mom to help me or something. However, if you have fun things to do, like I mentioned with the gaming console and stuff like that, then you're fine. So yeah, next one. You start the date with physical touch as soon as possible. She assumes that's your style. So basically, starting with physical touch as soon as possible will make a girl feel more comfortable. And if you use push and pull techniques when touching her, and you tease her, pull away, and then come back in, she's going to build up attraction for you. So yeah, don't assume a girl's not into touch, because she is. She's on the date with you, and as I said, the division between a guy friend and a boyfriend is physical touch. What is the guy friend doing that the boyfriend isn't? Now, if the guy friend's not me and a fucking loser, they're probably not fucking the girl. Now, if the guy friend is a typical gay geek, and I say that before I get cancelled, in the sense of a guy that, is friends with the girl but has no intention of having sex, so, just putting that out there before I get cancelled by the blue-haired crazy people. So, yeah. What was I going to say? I forgot now. Shit. I was too scared of the blue-haired people hunting me down and fucking me up. I already had that happen to me once before in the past. What I was saying is, the division between a boy bestie, as they call it in the modern day, and a boyfriend is one is making physical touch and having sex with a girl. The other one isn't in most scenarios. Now, if the boy bestie is actually ballsy and they know how to handle themselves with a girl, then yeah, they're probably going to shag them. But let's for this example, let's say it's a boy bestie that's been trying to have sex with a girl but is not able to. He's not able to make physical advances, and by you going on this date and not making physical advances, you have put yourself in the friend zone category. I hope that makes sense. I know that I articulated myself very poorly there, but I hope that came across and made sense. Anyway, in my experience, the best dates are the ones where I casually put my arm around her waist and neck and guide her. So the pictures line does come sense to truth, and that's actually where it originates from. My very first date went super duper fucking well. Like, it was very lucky. The very first date that I had with a girl, I put my arm around her waist and neck for the entirety of the date. And after I did that, she ended up having sex with me pretty quickly. And I started doing that with every girl. And every girl really, really fucking liked that. And that's where the line originates from. Because there was a point in my life when I was going on certain dates, I was like, let me have a date where I don't fucking touch a girl. They almost always go to shit. They don't go well. And that's why that line works so well, because you're basically telling them that I'm going to fucking touch you on the date. And as wrong as that sounds, as terrible as that sounds, you're basically initiating saying that I'm a masculine man and I can initiate physical touch. So I hope that makes sense. Anyway, the next thing is leading. If you lead a girl on a date, it makes them feel drawn to you, and this is going to make you seem like a confident masculine figure. Now, using activities is another great way to escalate, and you can adjust her form in bowling, for example. So yeah. Now, avoid cinema dates or any dates, well, substance that distracts the connection from you two. So what this means is, if you have a cinema date, it's going to take the attention from you. It's going to shift the focus to the film and not you. If you're going to go on a cinema date, do a fucking boring movie so she's going to end up fucking kissing you and making out with you. Because if you go to an entertaining movie, she's going to watch the movie, not you. And even if you're in a relationship, she will fucking ignore you most of the time. So don't do that to yourself. Anyway, make sure to include at least 2 activities during the date to stand out. And then extending the date helps build trust. Now, I've had some comments about guys not being able to afford to stack because they cost a lot. Guys, going to the beach and having an ice cream does not cost more than like £5 or $8 in American freedom units or whatever. If you can't afford $8 of a date with a girl, you shouldn't be fucking dating, guys. You should really not be dating. If you cannot spend $20 a date on a girl, don't date. Just lock yourself in a fucking room and find a job or start something. Just start something. And this isn't a motivational channel or a business channel. The truth is, you need at least $5 to $10 to spend on a girl. Even the Uber horse strategy, sometimes you'll have to pay for the girl's Uber. Okay? And if you can't afford to pay $5 to $10, which is my rule, don't go on dates. Okay? Even if I have a strategy where girls will pay for you, please have some self-respect and have at least $100 in your bank. At least 100. Anything less than that, you shouldn't be dating. You should be working, you should be hustling, you should be grinding. Now, back to the video. You always want to leave a girl wanting more, okay? You want to make sure she has basically a desire for you. Now, she's not showing signs of desires for you, and she's not ready for intimacy, you pull away. So by pulling away, what you're doing is you're presenting the FOMO. You're presenting the fear of missing out again. And as a man, you should be in control and lead throughout the date. And you need to break the physical touch barrier earlier to have that happen. So whether it's a hug or a gentle forehead kiss, this sets the tone right for the rest of the date. So this brings us up to stage 4, how to see her again and set more dates. That's a pretty crazy text message on the right. If you want to read that, feel free. So yeah. To get a girl to see you again, all you have to do is just position yourself as a high status man. What this means is you have to always leave her on edge at the end of the date. So this will mean that she will chase you and she'll chase that next high that you present to her. And this is why girls will often withhold sex, because they want the guy to go crazy for them. They want the guy to chase them because the guy wants to get sex. And the guy will chase that high because the girl is leading them on. So what you have to do as a man is not chase them, and then they'll give it up. So yeah, we need to flip the script here and look less needy, and we do this by reversing our reserving our time and having less dates and seeing more girls. So I typically see a girl maximum 1 time a week, sometimes 2 if I really like them and I want to have sex and they had a really addictive pussy, like heroin practically. I see them twice a week, but no more than that. Anything more than that or letting them stay for more than 2 days is way too much. Having a rotation is king, and that is what I'm very adamant on, and that is what I build. So yeah, this will give us the upper hand with girls, and this will make them actually chase us. So it's pretty simple and pretty straightforward. This is how you get girls chase you. If you've noticed, I've actually done something really slick. I hope that you guys can appreciate this and think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty fucking cool. So as you can see here, I have a texting story with Fatima, this guy that fucked a girl with my help. And this is the girl. She had a pretty nice ass and she had a fat bum. Like, I'll be honest with you, she had a fat pum pum. Oh man, fucking UK slang. I'm fucking too old for this shit, bro. But the guy that fucked her, like, it's a good result. Like, it's a pretty fucking good result. So yeah, as you can see here, by doing this, we flip the script and we look less needy. And we do this by, as I mentioned, reserving our time. So yeah, this is going to give us the upper hand with girls and make them chase us. Like, the girls are just going to chase us. As I said, it's just about appearing as more valuable than you actually are. Then, even with sex, you can sometimes turn a girl down, okay? You got to turn their first advance down. This is a pretty cool tip. When girls try and have sex with me and they grab my, dick or whatever, and they try and have sex with me straight up, I will turn their first advance down. And I do this because on their second advance or third or fourth or fifth, because girls will try multiple times to tease and tempt you and, reel you in to have sex with them, it leads to fucking great sex. I've turned girls down on having sex with me so much. And literally within like 10-20 minutes, they make their second advance. Like, they'll put their leg on your, dick to start. They'll do the knee thing or some shit. They'll start grinding. They'll grab your dick. They will put their head next to it. They'll do all sorts of crazy shit, right? They'll do all sorts of fucking nutty shit to get you going. And eventually they'll get to the point where they straight will rip your pants off and they'll start riding you like it's crazy. And they do this because by telling them no, they get upset. And therefore, they're going to try and prove themselves to you. And to prove themselves to you, what they're going to fucking do is give you the best sex of your life. So that's a cool tip. To put simply, just turn down sex on the first advance in a soft way. And boom, watch her come back and bounce back. And she is going to have sex with you like crazy. So yeah. Best advice I ever got in life is always leave some on the table for more later. Never get desperate with anything. People can smell desperation, especially girls. If you get desperate in life, people are going to fucking smell it. And unfortunately, they do smell it. They're going to end up gravitating away from you. That's the best way to put it. If you smell like a desperate piece of shit, people are going to distance themselves from you. Because desperation stinks. And it's not a nice smell. So I hope that makes sense. Always leave some on the table to always have some more later, because that way you'll never run out. And if you do want to have sex like an endless guy, like, endlessly, non-stop, then I advise you get a rotation of girls. That is the best way to satisfy your urges. So yeah, that is pretty much for this video. And as I always like to call myself the best closer for dating, Deni Ops, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. So that's pretty simple, straightforward stuff. And I will leave you with that. So yeah, if you're interested in what we do in our data, we have our own official website. So feel free to check that. It's innervault.org. As you can see here, we have our own data testing and all of that stuff. So that's all there for free. If you're interested, check that out. If you want to check our Twitter out as well, that's there as well. You don't have to follow. I don't really care. I'm not going to beg for followers because it's fucking embarrassing. But yeah, that's literally it. I hope that this video helps. So yeah, see you around. Peace.